Good evening, Speedgaming. I hope you're ready for an awesome match tonight. Are you ready, Arch?
Of course. I know it's the first time I gotten on comm, so I'm ready to spice up some of this action with some great commentary, and hopefully we can see some pain come from these runners. So we're always
I
looking
know.
for that Crystalis sword being locked behind the tower, or who knows what. So I'm going to be pulling for all the mayhem to come out tonight. So we want to keep these two runners on the tops of their toes and their swords being tucked away behind the nastiest places. So
Awesome. We got J-Ro showing us something he's ready for. Okay, so tonight we've got J-Ro, and he's a developer who's done a lot of work on this. Let me just let him know we're getting started soon. And I'm going to
say, you
drop
should go ahead and drop the gate now, because there's enough of a stream delay that we'll be waiting here for like a minute.
Okay, I'm going to do it. Okay, so we've got J-Ro, one of the developers, and Tinding. He actually, I think he played last year, didn't he? And so fairly new runner. He's back. I think it should be a good match. And I think that if I can ask our tracker to help out with this, the cropping for J-Ro looks a little...
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay, thanks.
I think he looks very slimming that way.
Yeah. And thanks again for Code to so we have Code Gorilla, our tracker, also the tournament organizer. Big thanks to him for getting this all set up and going today. Tornell's asking if you need some help. Anyway, so this flag set. Oh, wait. Okay, which one is that? I'm not sure if I caught which sword that was. Yeah. Is that Fire Sword?
I want to say it was Fire Sword. We'll make sure we check it when Tinding kind of goes. Here it goes, right here on Ting. Oh man, we got the flashing again, but we'll have to throw him in on that little skip next time. So.
Okay, so when you hold down on at the opening there, you get to skip that little flashing scene. Okay, and it is fire. I saw. Okay. So we have in this flag set. It's a flag called WH, which means that we call it the house shuffle. And that means that all of the houses in all of the villages are shuffled around. And some other entrances are as well, like the castle entrances. Not every dungeon. A lot of dungeons are the same as normal. And those houses include things like the shed with the dog, although that one is not shuffled. That's the vanilla one. But the oak mom being in there is shuffled.
Yeah, it was interesting that J-Ro kind of thought about before breaking that wall. I don't think he wanted to give up his town of healing so quickly, but it looks like you're almost forced to kind of go that way.
Yeah. So we have a few flags in this flag set that are mystery flags. Sometimes they're on, sometimes they're off. And there's actually three of them. One of them is vanilla walls. So sometimes the walls can be different elements. However, so far what we saw is the wall was vanilla. Another one is whether the enemies are weak to the same elements or not. And we're already seeing some... So this is kind of one of the things where if you see one that doesn't match, you know right away. And we saw it. So we know that we have randomized eliminated weaknesses. And then the other thing is the trade-ins. And we won't find out about that one until we see one of these trade-ins. So far, we're finding a whole lot of nothing here, huh?
Yeah, the walls are looking very vanilla-ish.
Yep. Yeah. There was another vanilla wall down in GBC Cave. So J-Ro took the Sword of Fire, and, I think he might have guessed that we might have vanilla walls. And so he went ahead and went through Zebu's cave there, since if it was a vanilla wall, and as he guessed, it went right through. So we found something in here. We've got Arillis, and we have Kensu's dance house. Or no, this is okay. This is the bar where Ski Free. So we call this guy Ski Free. You'll find out possibly later. Probably we'll probably almost certainly see him. What do you say? Exotic statue. Okay, so that is not the vanilla one. Tinding taking the passageway. So he took the passageway through the GBC cave, and he ended up at Sahara. So Sahara, with this flag set, he's got there's a few different houses there, but nothing that we could get right now. So let's see where J-Row goes now.
Yeah, so really what we're looking here for is, there's a Sword of Thunder. There's our next access point out of here. That's what I was about to say here. We were looking for a Sword of Wind to get more access out of the cave, out of GBC, or maybe going up the mountain to get through Kelby and then over to Portoa. But we just went a direct route and took the Sword Warp here and got straight over into Portoa. So we got a lot more items to kind of check here as well.
So J-Row still hasn't seen GBC cave. But, there wasn't so much there, so, and a lot of times there isn't, but,
Oh, he's gonna be mad. He just bought that mirror shield.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there was a shield in there, and he did just buy a shield, which might feel a little silly in a bit.
It was cheap.
You can always sell it back.
Okay, and that is Misha's in the tower. Boo! We wanted to see that in its vanilla location, but on the other hand, that probably means we're gonna get to see. We've already got 2 swords, and we've got this location, so we're probably, there's not a bad chance we're gonna see Crystalis fairly early.
It could be famous last words right there, though. You never know if that sword might be up in the tower. Who knows what? But I mean, at this place, it would be like a trade-in, I don't know if the Stomp fight can be up there or something like that. I know I'm still kind of unfamiliar with this, so we still got a chance, but very slim.
Well, so here's the trick, though, is that you need all 4 swords to fight Dragon 2. Yeah. So the only thing that the tower can block is Crystalis directly. It can't block one of the swords.
Yeah. So we know that we won't have to deal with that. However, we've got quite a few things we can do right now, and I think J-Row, realizing we have vanilla walls, and so the fire walls here are something that we'll be able to take down. So there's 3 items that we'll be able to get in this cave here. Tinding taking the same entrance here. Oh no, Okay, so Crystalis has a system of checkpoints where when you enter when you enter a certain area, it's always when you enter, you get a checkpoint, and if you reset, you'll start out that checkpoint. And one of the things that happens when you restore the checkpoint is that your status gets cleared. So if you're poisoned, you can kind of clear it for free, which is pretty nice. And J-Row actually did that. He got poisoned by that same enemy, and what he did was he exited the cave because the checkpoint is the field area, and when he reset, he started out right where right at the exit of the cave. But then Tinding went into the cave, then he reset, and so then his reset took him to the exit of Portoa.
Now, with us finding rabbit boots here on J-Row's side, I would almost think that he's probably going to go up on the Saber side to the tornado spot. That would be at least my first thought, because that sounds like that's the progression that the seed's really rolling here. So.
Yeah, it's got to be. So we do have Ghetto Flight off. Now the rabbit boots are neat. They let you charge your sword while you're moving. But it also messes up your swings. It makes it so that your swings get interrupted, kind of like on any frame. It's like Tinding's gonna get his boots and just a magic ring on this side. Okay, so I think J-Ro's thinking the same thing. He's you've got Fire Sword, Vanilla Walls, and you've got Rabbit Boots, which means you've got access to the Tornado Bracelet chest on Saber South. I feel like when you get a certain combination that's, you know, that specific, it's really, the seed's really telling you, do it, do it, do it. But he goes into GBC Cave. I mean, this isn't a bad play for J-Ro because he hasn't seen, you know, he knows he's got the 2 items here, and he's going to get that shield, which is a nice pickup. The Mirror Shield prevents you from getting turned to stone, so that will be, that's kind of helpful on enemies like the Medusas or the Eyes that we saw earlier.
Let's see if we get this head shake and finding another shield there. Oh, there a little bit.
Yeah.
It's all right. We can go sell it. You got some cash in your back pocket now.
Okay, so Tinding finishing up that cave. All the items he can get in the waterfall. Now we didn't have the Flute of Lime, which would let us heal the stone version of Akahana that's in that cave. If you can heal him with the Flute of Lime, what happens is he gives you an item. And you can also get a hint. That hint's not particularly useful in this flag set. Look at that Mirror Shield providing so much defense that J-Ro took a shot from the golem there and didn't take any damage.
Yeah, I think so far the only really difference between these two is that J-Ro's gotten a little bit more of killing done on the way and its pathing, and Tinding could definitely take over some advantage of those Medusas right there on this hallway, but decides to kind of go past them real quick, and hopefully he doesn't think that that's a checkpoint there.
No, it is a checkpoint on the Zebu side. Oh no! Except I don't know if Tinding has any medical herbs. So Tinding, I think this is his first trip into this area to see the Brynmare area. Okay, so now at this point, I think both runners have caught up with everything that the other one has seen. But J-Ro has level 3. He's got a few items. Let's see if he figures out what the path here is going to be. I'm almost surprised that they didn't go to Saber South right away.
Especially since he had the work boots right there. Now I think he's starting to think about it now.
That's right, yeah, the weaknesses are definitely random. The Medusas are not normally weak to fire. And, you know, sometimes it's hard to it can be hard to tell whether you've got the vanilla weaknesses or not, because it's like, well, I'm not sure what that enemy does. And there's some enemies that are weak to every sword. The way that the weaknesses work is that the number of elemental weaknesses they have is retained, and what gets changed is which swords are. Tinding's going to give us a look at this tornado bracelet check, with the enemies giving him the business here. Yeah, we found the lighthouse at Stom's house. And what was that?
I was just calling up. Joe had a comment saying Birkensack's shoe could be at Akahana, but I don't think that's one of the typical ones that's really there.
That was the Flute of Lime.
Oh no.
Wow. But unfortunately, Tinding poisoned. He needs to nope out before doing the rest of the items in. But you know, that Flute of Lime is probably the most important thing to get here. J-Ro playing very cautiously, fighting these enemies. Tinding's starting to get work up a lead here because you know, he didn't get the information there. But at the same time, he's getting more progress by getting that flute. Now J-Ro has a few more resources. We'll see if he gets the rest of the items on Saber South here, because I wouldn't be surprised if there's something else here. Yeah, Tink by the tower robots. So in the randomizer, we have a scaling factor, and it's that DL number. You know, you can think of it as difficulty level or danger level. That's it goes up every time you get a key item. So as you can see, it was 4, and now it's 5 after picking up the Flute of Lime, for example. And that danger level, all the enemies that spawn will now be a little bit stronger, but they'll also give more gold and experience.
Yeah, Tinding's really getting really zoned out of here from getting back in the waterfall from that skeleton there. So
yeah,
looks like he finally made it past. So we're gonna get up here to get one hint for the fog lamp, but we can't really get over there too yet. But maybe the stone, the awakening of the stone here will give us something else to really progress us up to some new areas, either a water sword or. Really, I think that might be the only thing it could be there.
Oh, Tinding didn't get the hint. He just sort of walked right on through.
And so far, just a mimic on J-Ro's side, making up his way the rest of Saber.
I mean, this can be good to get a little extra money, but J-Ro needs to get progress. He's pretty good on money and experience. Wow! That was Flight, which is one of the more important pickups in this. And that opens up the game quite a bit. Oh no! Wait, did J-Ro not have the Mirror Shield equipped? Did he sell it?
He sold it.
Okay. That's why he has so much money. Okay. Eyeglasses! That one is pretty big.
Yeah, so it's almost saying that something might be a Joel whenever they can fly over there.
Yeah. So let's see. What have we seen so far? We've got Portoa. Do we have... What was in Portoa Castle entrance?
I believe it was 6. But we also have Sahara, so they can get out to Goa region now, so we're really open. I think they can almost access every location now.
Okay.
Outside of Goa.
He used the flight to cross the river there, but the thing is, we have vanilla walls, it seems, and that means wind walls, which we don't have the sword for. Yeah, so we don't have access to the sea or swan yet, and that kind of limits where flight is useful.
Well, we don't change to get to the sea yet, but they have access to go since they have the Sahara warp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that entrance from Sahara could be important. Flame Bracelet. Flame Bracelet is what Tornell on the Mountain wants. Oh. That's right, yeah. So if Portoa Castle could be in Goa or Chiron, and that would let us get out to the sea. So if you go in the back of Portoa Castle, wherever it is, that will lead you to the channel, which gets you out to the sea. So that could be it. And so Tinding's gonna go into the palace here. Oh, that is the chapel, which is normally in Chiron, and Zebu gives you the Sword of Wind. That's 3 swords already.
Yeah, this is a lot of swords. This is 15 minutes in, 3 swords, and we know where Crystalis is. And we might have to be able to take Crystalis to every enemy in the game today.
And we have Flight. This could end up being a really fast seed. So Tinding definitely... I mean, J-Ro has the money, and he's got 2 levels, but Tinding getting a pretty firm lead on items here. Although J-Ro did get those eyeglasses. Ivory statue, our information here. So J-Ro did get those eyeglasses, which could be important.
I mean, really, right now we're only looking for like shell loot stuff and just access to ESI. And once we get Crystalis, I think that EXP will probably get maked up like really quickly because you're going to be able to shoot the projectiles. You don't have to have a warrior ring, so you're just going to start running and killing, and you're going to have that EXP start skyrocketing really, really quickly. So.
One issue though, Tinding has he still hasn't bought any medical herbs, which is causing. I mean, J-Row didn't have any medical herbs either, and they don't have any way to heal, which is kind of causing some problems in combat because they don't have a lot of resources here. So J-Row catching up fast with Tinding, he took a death to some enemies flying around on the Oasis Cave. I guess he decided he wanted to check this out. Since they have the Sword of Thunder, and we're pretty sure we have vanilla walls, he's going to be able to get all the items in this cave. Oh no, he was a little high up and he's realizing maybe we should have bought some medical herbs.
This isn't a one-hit KO tournament, but I feel like Tinding's really making this one into it, so...
J-Row taking that warp back to get here even faster. He's going to be moving along here. Let's see where he decides to go. Oh, a medical herb.
Now we never saw the other
alarm flute. That's right.
Yeah, we never saw the other exit out of GBC, but I think that has to be Goa, or it could be Poach.
Going in circles as the bug chases him. Okay, so as far as the alarm flute, we did see Kensu in the lighthouse. That was in Porto, I think. Oh no, and J-Row realizing that he forgot to buy medical herbs. Yeah, you know, MP can be nice to have, but HP, if you don't have HP, you kind of die. The Stomp, okay, Stomp fight near Brynmare, okay. So yeah, we did see Sleeping Kensu, so that alarm flute's in play. We do need to see, I believe we saw, did we see the Elder or just the... Because we need to find the...
I think it's just the student we've seen. I don't think we've found the Elder yet.
So we need to find the Leaf Elder before we can actually... okay, yeah. So that's in order to summon the Windmill Guard.
So I don't know what you do. If Tinding keeps going in this path, and he finds the Sword of Water, do you exit here and go get Crystalis and come back? Or do you keep coming through this? I feel like if I was running these runners, I definitely would exit and just double dip it. That would be an interesting thought.
Yeah, so at this point, you know, they're not very good on resources. They don't have any accessories. They didn't bring any medical herbs either, and so they're not really. Even if they were to get Crystalis, I think they might have trouble getting through all of Goa. I mean, for one thing, they're not even going to be able to break into Carmine's area because they don't have any way to get through the walls here. There is a neat little glitch. Yeah, there is a neat little glitch where you can... oh, paralysis. So there's a glitch where you can fly over the edge of the statues and get past the statues without getting hit. But that glitch is disabled in this flag set. Oh, there is Brokahana.
Yeah, that might be.
However, we don't have change. I mean, there are so many places where we can go, though.
Really, funnily enough, we just found change on Tinding's side in Carmine's basement.
Oh, okay. So that would open. So they haven't actually fought Mado yet. but they do have access to it. They just need, well, not logically, because you're supposed to have barrier to go through there.
Well, we haven't seen the front side of Goa yet. It could be the Queen whenever they go up here, if J-Ro goes and checks it.
I thought we saw the front side of Goa in Portoa? Or maybe it was something else? Okay, Tinding taking the long way through here.
Yeah, so it looks like J-Ro just checked that as Goa's front, so you can trigger the Massacre as soon as you get over to Chiron.
Well, the Chiron Chapel, so it's not whether you get to Chiron, it's whether you get to that Chiron Chapel, which was in the pyramid, which we saw both runners do. So both runners, they just need to actually go through, they need to kind of like approach the entrance there and get that telepathic message. That's what actually triggers the massacre.
Yeah, I think J-Ro is just doing what I'm saying there. He's trying to go to the town real quick, and then he's probably going to warp right back. So, slight miscalculation, but he'll be okay. Meanwhile, we got a Thunder Weak Mado, so we have a level 2, so it's not going to be too bad, but...
No, it looks like the Thunder Sword is not hurting him.
Oh, I thought I saw a flash. My bad.
On J-Ro's side, we're finding Medusa or Sabera's castle. Sabera's castle was in Chiron. So this is going to be a few items guaranteed. Did we see if the Sword of Wind is hurting him? Or are any of these swords hurting him? I haven't seen anything hitting here.
I feel like this is going to be like a near impossible fight just on level 2 wind with no medicals.
This is a totally impossible fight. Yeah, I don't think anyone with one hit. Tinding needs to, this is where you find out what the weakness is, and then you go somewhere else.
We don't have any bracelets yet. That would make it easier if you can do a sword charge in here, but I don't think we have that quite yet.
I mean, at this point, he needs to leave and come back with either armor and or, with a bunch of medical herbs and or armor. There's no, yeah.
Now let's see, we got into Sabera's on ESI. I guess that was over in Chiron, so we're going to be able to clear this out and maybe defeat the boss here. Get one bow here, which doesn't matter, but could be a crypt dive for 2 items, but most likely not.
Yeah, we have seen that, but it is pretty rare. So with 3 swords, there is, 75% chance that that we'll be able to hit her here. And unfortunately, we cannot. Huh.
So that water sword's really going to be blocking us, it looks like.
Yeah.
Unless... So we got to figure out where that's going to be. So I don't know if we've never seen Rage yet.
Where do you want to see it?
I don't know. I feel like it's got to be back in the Portoa region somewhere. Oh. But we did get the hint. We haven't checked to see if we can jump over the water bridge across Rage, so we can see what that would be. And that's what Tinding's doing right here. But he doesn't have the Sword of Water, so that's not it.
Okay. So we have seen that we don't have vanilla trade-ins. We have randomized trade-ins, but that one is vanilla. With Flight, we're able to cross over. We're able to cross over the river, and then we have the Wind Sword, so we know we'll be able to blow away the walls here. But it's going to be hard to get through this cave when you're poisoned. And I didn't see if Tinding actually bought any. This is one of the ironies in this flag set is that oftentimes MP isn't really that useful, and you're much better off, making sure you've got some medical herbs in your inventory. Oh, an antidote saving him. Alright, so Mado 1. Weak to wind. Looks like J-Row's got this fight. It's gonna take a few hits, but with level 2 wind sword and the rabbit boots, he can charge up his sword while he's kind of maneuvering around. He's got this. So this is a really good play because Mado, both Mados. Oh no! It's a required fight that you have to finish in order to get into the tower and fight Dragon. I'm not sure if either runner has realized that when you have the rabbit boots equipped, you don't want to keep stabbing. You don't want to rapid fire stab with your sword because it doesn't work very well. Your sword will not be kind of like extended and hurting the enemies very often. Oh no.
This team has not been very nice to them at all today. There's been a lot of deaths on both sides so far. Oh, there's the Storm Bristle. That's some sword charge glitching now, so that's going to make things easier if they choose to utilize it.
That's right. J-Row has recover from Saber West, which Tinding didn't climb that mountain and do.
Yeah, so we really haven't seen those two. We also got the eyeglasses over there too, which we haven't checked or found the entrance yet. Either that's in Swan or Joel, which probably is going to be one of the boathouse owner or something like that.
So if you're new to this game, let me just tell you, the shops are all randomized, but many of them have medical herbs. They heal you. They've been buffed from the original game. They heal you by quite a bit. And, it's quite all right. It's actually, probably a really good strategy to keep a few of them in your inventory all the time. And if your HP gets low, like Tinding's is, and you're about to die, it's a good idea to use one.
Oh, we don't like medical herbs here. We only like fruit of limes. Don't get those medical herbs out of here. Get them out of here.
So J-Row getting into Stixie here, and he's going to be able to get 6 items here. We got the fog lamp. Let's see, is the Queen of Portoa and Zombie? We haven't seen the entrance to Stixie yet.
I think Stixie was in Portoa, if I remember right.
But this is not the entrance to Stixie, but the entrance that the key to Stixie opens.
Gotcha, yeah, that's correct.
So if we find the key to Stixie, that's another entrance. So these house entrances are split into a few different categories. One of them are the palaces, and that includes things like, the Stixie here. It also includes places. It also includes Portoa Castle. It includes the Chiron Chapel. Where's J-Row going now?
I was wondering, did he maybe forget your chest? I don't remember seeing him jump across, but he probably did.
Yeah, it's usually not easy to miss when it's easy to get when you have flight because you just cross right there. But oh well. Yeah, of course, the other entrance has to be the pyramid, so we still haven't seen the pyramid. The pyramid has another required boss, so... Oh, and, tracker note, J-Row did finish off Mado 1. Okay, so...
I do think we have all the Kensu checks as soon as we can get to starting that quest.
That's right, yeah, and we found a couple trade-ins. J-Row's got that love pendant. That could be it. We have randomized trade-ins, so we're not sure, but
On Tinding side, with change, we just saw that Arillis wants the love pendant.
Ah, okay. Another antidote.
Yeah, I find it very strange that we haven't had any keys found so far, really, to get us up the mountain.
That's right.
It's been kind of locked into this position for a while, and really just gave us an open exploration with that early flight. But now it's kind of holding back a little bit, and really not letting us into the areas that we really need for the other bosses.
Required? Yeah, that's right. And you know, getting into Saber North is completely required because we need to beat Kelbesk at some point. Okay, here we go. Kensu has the Orb of Fire. That's a nice pickup. It's not actually. So that one is sort of progress because remember that Tornell on the mountain wants the flame bracelet. So if he has something, that could be important. J-Ro, maybe he doesn't know that he didn't get to, that he missed change in the basement there, because he went down to that basement.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, if that change, there's something in Joel or Swan that maybe the progression, so both runners may be kind of struggling with that. Yeah, and Brokahana too.
Yeah, because he did finish Mado 1, but he can't get Brokahana's item without that. And on the other hand, Tinding needs to trigger that fight first, and then, you know, actually... Okay, that's right. J-Ro went into water. He did the Oasis Cave, but he didn't get. He didn't go into Goa. Okay. So we went through Carissa Plant Cave. Nothing there. Let's see, which cave is Tinding in now? Oh, he's in Saber North. Okay, so he's gonna catch up with those items that J-Ro got earlier.
But yeah, I feel like this is a really tight race still. I mean, it's really going to come down to who finds the Sword of Water, and I think that's going to open up a lot of stuff, because that's going to make them go full clear into Goa.
Yep.
And that's probably going to be where all the progression is going to be. So I think that's the big hunt right now.
Yeah. So what we need are that Sword of Water, and then we need to find the Pyramid. Those are actually the only two things we need to finish the game. Now, the Pyramid could be either at the Stixie entrance, in which case we need the key to Stixie, yeah. Or it could be ESI, which means we're going to need access to the Dolphin. And J-Ro, he went to where the Windmill Guard was, but he did not trigger... since he didn't talk to Zebu in his cave, it wasn't there. And at the windmill entrance, we find the boat owner's house. And he was looking for a statue.
So I'm trying to think of areas we haven't really explored yet. I don't think we've done up anything on Hydra yet.
That's
on
right,
either sides. And that should be open because that should be wind. So that's about 3 items there that they can potentially... And with the early flight, maybe the flight location is what's going to open this up.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, flight. Hydra is completely open. That could be something there. Okay, J-Ro fixated on... And this is... If Go is... But Zebu's not here, so the thing is, we haven't seen... J-Ro a little upset. Yeah, J-Ro didn't find the Leaf Elder. Either that or he didn't get the Leaf Elder's item? Did we not
I haven't
see
seen
it?
the Elder yet at all, so...
Okay. Yeah, I think we didn't find it at all.
Now, I really hope Tinding goes over to Swan so we can see what's there. So that could be where the Leaf Elder is, too. So you got a couple houses there.
I mean, that'll get us Swan, and then to Joel, and then you could go out the back through... You could go out the back into the Portoa channel there, and we'll find out where Portoa Castle goes to. So it looks like J-Ro's going through GBC Cave to go through this other exit, but I don't think this is gonna be useful. We have access to all of the areas, so...
Yeah, it's probably gonna be... Yep. So back over to Brynmire, nothing really there. So.
No, it's Portoa area.
Portoa.
But still... Yeah, we already had access here from the Sword of Thunder Warp. That's right, yeah. And so if we can go into Portoa Castle from the back and out into Zombie Town, that means that we would be able to get all the caves, all of the items in ESI as well. Yeah. Okay, so Tinding going through.
Man, all I can say is I'm glad I'm not running these flags right now. I'd be really confused. Not practicing any of this. So.
Yeah. You know, and there's so much to put together in this rando. You know, you have to... Oh no! J-Ro getting...
Stop getting hugged.
Oh, poison and getting some mummy hugs here. He's got an antidote to cure the poison, but oh no, those mummies can be rough. Now, if you can jump up into the air with flight, and you'll actually be still in the air when you're turned to stone. So one of the things that you can do is just jump up in the air, make sure that you're in the air when you get turned to stone, and then you'll be all right. But yeah, I keep coming back to this, that make sure you carry around some medical herbs. You don't need to go around with no HP and try to beat this game in one-hit KO mode. You're playing in a much harder mode than you need to. The, you know, J-Ro's carrying around, I think, like 2 fruits, because you only have 8 items in your inventory. And so especially, they don't have teleport, so you want to carry around some warp boots. But really, the MP restoring items don't do a whole lot, so you want to carry medical herbs. Oh no!
Yeah, I feel sorry for them.
Death. Unfortunately, fortunately, Tinding, I guess he's on level 5. Still, it'd probably be good to get, you know, we see J-Ro on 7, so it's you know, be good to get some more levels here. We didn't see anything useful in Fog Lamp Cave here.
Yeah, that's rough. So I don't know if he's just going to nope out of that or not, so we'll see if he goes back for it.
But yeah, I'm not sure if there's a, you know, if there's anyone's trying to show off or something. But yeah, the playing without medical herbs is definitely a harder level. There is no, I didn't think there was any. Okay, did Tinding go ahead and get some medical herbs? This should help him out a lot. Meanwhile, J-Ro, he really wants to get that back item in the fog lamp cave. This could take a little while.
Yeah, I can't remember, I think we already saw these already get completed though, but maybe I'm wrong. I know we saw the Carissa plant get done, and I don't think there was really anything there. So this might be a 3-4 minute time waste on J-Ro's side, giving Tinding some more time to catch back up and really get those scaling back up a little bit more.
I just want to comment that we know it's a waste because the hint in Waterfall Cave was for the ivory statue, which was the very first item in Fog Lamp, which means we know there's nothing behind it. Just consumables.
Good point. Oh, no.
Yeah, another one. Golly.
So as you can see, taking like even if it takes a minute or two to go back and buy some medical herbs, like it's probably worth it. Maybe J-Ro thinking maybe he'll do something else here.
I feel like he's got to have it in his mind that he's thinking he's got to have the barrier to get through Goa for some reason, even though he can go through the backside. Something's got to trigger in his mind to make him go to Goa. So I feel like that's got to be where he's got to go.
Yeah. Yeah, it is surprising that he hasn't tried that yet. So let's see, I remember, did J-Ro have the Sword of Wind when he went to Sebera?
I believe we tried all 3 swords, but I could be wrong on that.
I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's correct. We know Sebera 1 is weak to water.
Okay.
And I think the Mado 2 fight was water as well.
I'm less sure about that one. I think Tinding noped out of that fight because they were one hit away from death and they couldn't successfully test all the weapons.
Yeah. So the trick is to charge up your sword, and then as soon as you face up or hold down up, as soon as that fight starts, and you'll get at least one shot in off him, and you'll be able to see if that sword's is his weakness. Okay, so Tinding getting the news that they are not going to be able to defeat Sebera 1. And J-Ro, is he going for a swamp?
He is, so he's going out of logic here. Can't think of anything else, and this is the play, so I don't know if this is going to send him on to a wild goose chase down a rabbit hole, or who knows what's going to happen here.
Yeah. This is a terrible idea, but, I mean, fine.
Come on, give him a refresh and let him go take the bug on then. That'd be fun. Oh man, nothing here at all.
Yeah, and have we seen Stom? Have we seen Stom's hut? I don't think we have. It could be in the beach house. It could be behind, it could also be...
Lighthouse with the glasses.
Yeah, the lighthouse. And we have the eyeglasses, but we haven't seen, we haven't gone there, so it could be the tower. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not even going to cross his mind since he hasn't found change yet, so he's got to really figure out the Goa entrance here.
That's right, yeah. The longer he puts off Goa, and, possibly climbing Hydra could get us, could get him some progress here, which it looks like Tinding's doing now.
So we're going to get some new information here, at least on Tinding's side, and we'll see if J-Ro does the same or hopes back into Goa. Yeah, it's a rough hallway, though. It's such a little healing. But yeah, we'll check out here on the ledge and see if this is what we need. Maybe a wind sword right now would be nice. Nope, just mimics. And that would make a particular old runner very happy to see that right now. I guess in respect to that, we've probably seen about 5 or 6 mimics so far, so we haven't quite made mimic percent yet. So.
And and the other thing to remember, when you've got flight, most enemies can't hurt you in the air. So if you jump up in the air, you can go. Now their projectiles can hurt you, but the enemies themselves can't body you. And that includes the butterflies. And so just getting up there in the air with flight is a pretty good survival strategy.
No, that's something I never knew. I didn't know flight would eliminate the butterflies. So that's a new bit of information for me.
Yeah, you can avoid getting hit by them. It will not avoid their, if you actually, kill them, the dust that paralyzes you will still get you.
I still don't think we have armor on either side of these runners, so maybe that's a good idea that they should maybe buy some too, so that would definitely help out a little bit.
See, J-Ro, since he flew up in the air, he was able to, fly right over those guys pretty easily. Real nice trick to get through some areas. Oh no, Bert! Yeah, so, projectiles will still get you. So Bert shots, the bolts from the eyes and so on.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to turn into a really tight race because they're both in the same area, and if this is the progression, I think they pretty much have all the same knowledge, other than Tinding with having change already extracted. That might make the difference.
Yeah.
So I might give Tinding just a little bit of an edge here so far.
I mean, if J-Ro doesn't go into Goa after the backdoor Goa after this, Tinding has the longer, yeah. But we'll see. J-Ro needs to go in the back of Goa. Oh no! Man. Nothing J-Ro, on Hydra!
He's gonna be steaming. He doesn't know where to go now, I don't think. He's gonna... Hopefully he remembers it. Oh, there's Goa. This might be it.
And both of them going to it. Okay, I guess they have to, yeah. So let's see, maybe J-Ro gonna remember to get some useful items in his inventory here? Or is he gonna go into Hydra with go in the back of Go with nothing? Oh no!
So I just gave Tinding. Yep.
Okay, this is smart. I mean, yeah. So now he's clearly Tinding is ahead.
Yeah, probably about a minute or so. It depends on how fast he can get up here and how far he goes and down the rabbit hole to get tomato or not.
I mean, unfortunately, we haven't been able to see Carmine's area because neither runner came into Goa Fortress with any, herbs to get through the statues there.
So just one meal, so nothing really important quite yet.
Wait, don't we have the fog lamp?
I thought someone had it. Maybe only Tinding got it from something. Maybe in the basement. Oh no. There's a flame bracelet there, so that means we gotta go back to Tornell.
Maybe. Let's see what else we got. We still got everything on the ocean. Okay, there's the there's change for J-Ro. Now he's catching up. There's one medical herb. J-Ro's on a higher level. He might be able to get through the statues. And paralysis, that's right.
Man, those things are still hitting, even with the shields, so...
Oh, okay, Windsword. Looks like we're gonna get a Carmine fight. It's not going to be an easy fight, though. And I'm not sure if J-Row's other items... Okay, those are 2... I think he might have 1 Lysis plant. Oh. Okay, so in order to start the sequence for... I guess I keep thinking Kensu in Swan, although it's normally in Swan, but the houses are all moved. In order to start that sequence, you have to talk to Stom, who is normally at the shed in Swan. Okay, so this fight with Carmine always follows the exact same pattern. So if you know how to do it, you can, get through it without a whole lot of problems. But it is kind of, complicated if you don't, Ooh, Blizzard Bracelet.
Those are 2 very nice items.
Okay, so Kensu wants the Carissa plant. Okay, so the Joel shed was in Swan.
And the windmill was in Joel.
Okay. But either way, that gets us all of the sheds. Which, yeah, so we got to the... Oh, okay. J-Row finding out that he can get through here. Maybe gonna make an attempt at,
I don't know. I still feel like Tinding's got something going for him. This flame bracelet check just feels so right now. Just something so painful that the one-off check is going to be your sword water, where Tornell usually is always holding the last bow when we have bow mode on.
Right.
It just feels right.
Okay.
This feels like a classic Crystalis race.
There is a shorter path up the mountain if you fly up, but.
One more chance for the Mato. Is it going to be water?
It wasn't...
Come on, hit him. I'll see it. Oh, nope.
It's fire. Now, well... It's not really a good position to sword charge glitch. And so, okay, so what are our resources here? He has no healing. Does he... And is that a medical herb or is it a Lysis? It's a Lysis plant. He has no healing. He doesn't have any armor. So this is I don't think this is a winnable fight, but I mean you can try.
I mean, we haven't seen any opals at all. Like there's been no healing at all. No refresh, just nothing. So this has been a pretty rough seed.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Maybe J-Row is gonna... He needs to kind of nope out and follow up on change. And he needs to throw away the junk in his inventory and fill it with medical herbs. You need more space.
Oh man,
I guess
I'm sorry,
he's in challenge mode here.
I'm just a fruit of recon on Tinding's side on Tornell, so that's not the answer. So it's really looking like this go play through Mato might be required. Now I don't remember if battle magic is required or not.
It's not. It is not. Battle magic is not required. So you are not going to get very far if you wait to get the bracelet for the boss.
So I mean, Tinding should be able to take down Mato 2 with that flame bracelet now. So it should be a very easy fight if he just makes that pathing. Then it should be a linear seed from there on, I would think.
I mean, the other thing we haven't seen is Brokahana. And I don't understand why J-Row is going back into this cave.
Well, he never finished it. He's got to be the NES completionist here today, so...
Yes, here, but, I mean, with change, you can go through Swan and get into the ocean and get everything there. You've got the eyeglasses, and, there's so much there. remembers it was all junk here. Okay, so let's see where Tinding goes. Wait, has he not seen what's... Did we... Oh, okay, we did find... So one of those... I missed where it was, but one of...
That's not it. Yeah,
so one of the towns on the ocean had the Leaf Elder, and so Tinding was able to check that. And that could be the ivory statue, but it's there's no use for it until you... So I guess you first have to get the... That whole sequence starts with Misha's answering machine. And J-Ro's still not... Oh no! J-Ro unfortunately challenging himself a little too much with this no medical herb style here. Oh no, nothing! Okay, so J-Ro did get to the back here. Now there's a bunch of things he can do with his change. Hopefully he'll get back on track. Meanwhile, Tinding doing going back into Stixie, which he had never done before.
I mean, at this point, I feel like we have to find another bow, and maybe Crypt is going to be the answer, but this is anyone's game still. We just have no clue. I don't think we have any good feeling of who's going to win this at all at an hour, so...
I mean, that sword can be anywhere.
There's the love pendant. I don't know if we did the trade-in at Kensu or not. I think that's what he wanted.
And we did see the front of Goa, so... I mean, we could go in the front of Goa, and we hadn't seen that yet, but with enemy weaknesses and flight, we might be able to get all the way up to Mado, and so that means possibly all of the items in Goa. Yeah, I hope J-Ro realizes he can get into Swan, because there's nothing else for him here.
Well, it's not 100% sure. You can get through Mado.
Yeah.
But...
He wants the fog lamp, which... Okay, let's see what this one is. Just a medical herb.
At least it's some healing. You can't get too mad at it. No, don't work out. Go do it. Do it. Oh.
I mean, we know it's not the answer right now. I don't think so. I mean, it could be. It could be... Yeah, Stixie was useless. I mean, it is possible that the routing is through... Yeah, it's possible the routing is beat Mado 2 and Water Sword's just past him. But, you know,
yeah.
Until we see it, we don't know.
Well, we just got that key to 60, so that's going to probably be a pyramid. So maybe that's going to be where the last sword will be.
Possibly the pyramid. We still haven't seen anyone, you know, Tinding went on the ocean, but he didn't go all the way through the channel into the back of Portoa Castle and out the front. That would have told us, but...
Yeah, so we kind of got a 50-50 here, so we'll see. But at least that'll get J-Ro back on the right path 100%. So it's either going to be Portoa or he's going to get a boss.
And it looks like we've lost Tinding's video. Is everyone seeing this?
Yeah, I don't see it right now. It looks like it paused.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're going to check on him on the racetime.gg, but hopefully everything's good. Maybe just a power failure or something like that maybe happened.
So I can see his actual stream, and it's up. he's going into the front of Goa.
I think there may have just been a brief hiccup because I tried loading it and it wasn't up, and then I reloaded it and it was back up. So I think we'll probably get it back in a minute or two.
Meanwhile, Joe going through the pyramid here, so this will at least be one boss for us. I didn't see what the item was as we were trying to figure out the technical difficulties, but didn't really see him get excited by any means, but this will be at least one boss down.
And this is the last boss that we didn't know where they were, so if J-Ro can find that water sword and take out the rest of the bosses, he's set. But it was not here.
He's thinking.
So the loss on Tinding stream must be on. I'm wondering if it's on. Yeah, if it's a problem with our restreaming setup here, because we can totally see him.
Well, I'll kind of give you an update. So he had made his way into the front of Goa, and now he's doing Kilbesk 2. So he just defeated him and got a glowing lamp. So there's the broken. I know we had the and warrior ring off of it. So he's got some power now. So this is going to speed up the Goa fortress. So. He's just making his way around on Sabera's floor. We're going to get the first item check here coming up. And hopefully y'all like my baseball commentary here as we give you a pitcher-in-pitcher category. He's hitting it out of the park right now. He's rounding bases, going from chest to chest as we dodge some mimics and some other enemies. And oh no, he didn't get noopered. He barely missed that one out. So we just got to keep this spicy as much. But looks like he's gonna miss maybe one item on the wall, or maybe he feels like he wants to go through that. So
getting a little lost in Sabera's area.
Yeah, so we do have one item potentially left there, or maybe he's just making a checkpoint there.
Realized it.
Yep.
Meanwhile, J-Ro going through the ocean. We're gonna see him. We'll see what he finds back here. It was still a pretty good match here because we've got... Yeah, and you haven't beaten Sabera yet, so Clark will not give you his item. Okay, J-Ro getting his item from the Leaf Elder. Now he can trigger the... he can visit Zebu in his cave. Although we know that the Windmill Guard had nothing, unfortunately.
Meanwhile, Tinding's still trying to figure out where that last wall and item is in Sabera's floor.
Yeah, this floor can be difficult to navigate if you're not sure where you're going. I think maybe he knew how to do it. Oh, the Crystalis plant. So maybe he knew how to do it when he without flight, but now that he has flight, he wasn't sure how to like fly through.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're in no mode now because we've seen everything, but both runners are missing pieces of the puzzle. So we know now that and take a death here, but we know now that the route that J-Ro has to take is to go straight in the front of Goa and beat Kilbesk 1 or beat Kilbesk 2, and then he will get that. Actually, no, we are missing something. We're missing something. We need to get on Saber North eventually and beat Kilbesk 1. So we're not in full no mode yet. So there's only one piece. But that's the only piece left. We need some way to get onto Saber North.
I'm still trying to think of where barrier would have been, because that would have been technically required unless it was just expecting you to go from the backside all the way through.
That's right, yeah. And since we did see that Mado 2 was beatable, that could be part of logic.
Oh no!
Did he mean to do that?
I don't think so. I hope he didn't have like a hotkey map or something and just warped him out of there. That's sad. Oh, maybe he just decided to go back and get Crystalis.
Oh, okay. This isn't. Yeah, okay. This is not a bad call. He's gonna get Crystalis. Okay, that's fair. So we know that he needs to find that key to Stixie and go in that entrance to get the pyramid. He also needs to go back and just clear all the bosses in Goa, so maybe he's... Oh, there we go, he's back. Okay.
So yeah, I think it's clearly Tinding's race to lose now, since he's got Crystalis, he's ready to go, and really we're just looking for that last key, which probably a big density of items is going to be on the Goa floors, particularly on that Sabera floor.
Jro finally going to show us what's on Brokahana, and it's the statue of Onyx.
So that's probably Calming the Sea. I think that's the only thing we haven't seen yet.
No, that's one of the trade-in statues, so that has to be Fisherman. The Calming the Sea isn't randomized, it's always Statue of Gold.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, so did we see who wants the ivory statue? It was Arillis, wasn't it?
No, ivory statue was Akahana.
Correct.
Oh, okay. And it's the love pendant here. The shield ring.
So yeah, Tinding's going to feel pretty good after being Carmine here and getting that buff up on the armor. And I think there was something else there too, but I don't remember what it was. Yeah. But I know we had two kind of buff items after this next fight for him.
I mean, plus he's got Crystalis, so hopefully that should make his combat a little easier. I mean, he's gonna get nailed by he's gonna get hit pretty hard by Mato 2 at such a low level, and his scaling, your scaling just keeps going up. So if you don't get the level ups, and the damage from these shooter statues does scale with your difficulty level. He did remember to get some medical herbs, though, so hopefully 2 more will be enough. 1 more. Oh, Jro, I think he's gonna go. He's gonna go get the bad news from Kensu or Tornell on the mountain here.
Yep, nothing but a repun of fruit. So. But yeah, I mean, Jro still has a chance. I mean, as long as he does everything correctly and maybe makes the right play for that last key, we can definitely see it turning his way. Chris, we just haven't seen Barrier yet. We really don't know where it is. I think it has to be probably in Goa or get some kind of another trade-in to get outside of it to really have that. Or maybe it's not even required if the backside is possible to go through. Yeah, I know the pain, Jro. It's quite a pain. But Tinding is really approaching that magic level 12 level to really make it through all this stuff. So really shouldn't have any trouble once we get to the tower and just make that last run through everything. So
worth noting that tower doesn't actually matter on these flags because A, it's not max scaling in tower. B, once you have Crystalis, it just lets you through the tower for free. You don't actually have to fight anything there. So honestly, Tinding's already over-leveled with Crystalis.
I don't think Tinding has done the Mato 1 fight yet, if I remember correctly, so hopefully he doesn't forget that before he runs to the tower. So it looks like we're finally going to see the backside of the Queen's chamber on jrow's side. And just a vanilla entrance there.
So, Tinding left here. He didn't check the items in Mato's area.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure that out too. I mean, because they're not 100% ready to go do the big fights yet. Unless he really thinks he's behind. I mean, if you think about it, yeah, I would feel kind of behind too with the kind of the routing that you've been kind of expected to go through, so.
Tinding, he's cleared all the bosses in Goa, and now he's got everything except for Dragon 1 here. Well, he does need to go back. He needs to go back and fight Sabera 1. That's shouldn't take too long. And yeah, we need to get access to Saber North, and I'm not sure if he realizes that he's missing something for that.
So it's either going to come in the form of telepathy or the key.
Yeah, so Dragon 1 is in Stixie, and he didn't get the key to Stixie. It's in the Stixie entrance. I don't think he got the key to Stixie yet, so he needs to get that key to Stixie. But he's going to do Sabera 1 here. This is good. Oh no, jrow's out of warp boots, and we still haven't found teleport.
Man,
yeah, again, those magic rings. Those magic rings, not so useful when you don't have teleport or refresh. You need your inventory space for medical herbs and warp boots.
And going back to what we were saying earlier about tower, magic rings aren't even that useful in the endgame on this flag set, because usually what you're saving them for is your tower dive at the very end, so that you can just spam bracelets all the way through it. You don't need to do that.
Let's see, jrow... Wait, did he not get everything in Stixie before? I thought he'd been to Stixie.
I'm pretty sure he did, because I think we had flight early, so we definitely had access.
Did he miss my chest?
I know we questioned it, but...
Okay, I think maybe he's forgetting that. Yeah, he needs to go in right into Goa. It's going to be easier from the front. It looks like you could probably do it from the back, but it's going to be a lot easier from the front, where you only have to beat Helbest 2.
Meanwhile, Tinding's going back into Goa now. I guess to grab the rest of the chest.
Alright, and J-Row making the play into Go as well. This is good. So yeah, we have, this is what it looks like when you get a really hard seed.
I mean, Tinding does have the statue trade-in, so you can get the first Dragon fight already, but I mean, really just it's asking to what's the rest in what else could be in Goa that could open up the rest of the seed, so to be fair.
Yeah, he got the statue of Onyx. What he needs is the ivory statue to make the trade-in with, it's the trade-in with Akahana in Bryn Mawr, which is the ivory statue. It's in the Fog Lamp Cave. It's the first item. But we did get he got the warrior ring. Let's see if, so with the warrior ring, the rest of Goa shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he knows out and goes to get Crystalis after he finds the Sword of Water here, though, too. Meanwhile, I think this is our, like, 4th or 5th trip into Goa, so it's been a lot of back and forth. I don't think he really needs it, though, because he got Psycho Armor from the Carmine fight, so...
That's probably why you didn't equip it. Okay, so... Tinding looks like something up with Tinding.
Not sure. Maybe just a controller lag, or...
J-Row's excited. He knows that's big. Okay, let's see if he tries and just tries to... No, okay, he's gonna go get Crystalis too.
And there's the windmill key, so that's gonna be quite a few items. Ooh. That's a big high density item check there.
Yeah. So we need either the prison key, or we need both telepathy and teleport. And keep in mind that one of those could be, so the key to prison could be hiding in the mountain, which would mean that you need to find both telepathy and teleport.
Now, I do remember Tinding not ever finding the eyeglasses on Saber. I don't know if he ever went back to get it. I think he did. And that's where the windmill is.
I think he did, yeah. I don't know if he actually went into the windmill to, use the eyeglasses, though.
I believe he did. I think that's where we saw that windmill was there.
Okay. That's right, because he went... Yeah, you're right. He went into there first. But yeah, I think once he checks... Oh, wait, did he go and beat Carmine? No, he did. Okay. So... Let's see, has he checked all of the items yet?
He hasn't gotten the one on right side, upper floor, on the way to the Motto 2 fight, I believe.
Okay.
Tomato.
And we still haven't seen teleport or refresh.
We eventually have to make that a skin for Mato. Like just a big tomato running around the stream. That would just be great.
There's our barrier! Okay, so the logical progression was actually through the back of Goa to there to get barrier.
I feel like Tinding really was celebrating there. He was like, "Oh man, I got barrier now. Like, where are we going? Where are we going now?"
Oh no! And J-Row getting noopered. Let's see if he makes it through. So you can heal your nooper by just making any screen transition, or by popping an opal statue. That works too.
I feel like Tinding should have realized he had that key, so maybe he doesn't have eyeglasses. He's really thinking.
Okay.
Nope, he got it now.
Good.
Let's see, so what can the entrance of ESI be now? Can anything be anything important? Can't think of anything.
No,
We know
we
Portoa
saw
Castle.
it. Yeah, it's Portoa Castle. And in fact, J-Ro went out of, he went in the back of Portoa Castle and out the front there, and he actually checked the chests. He checked all the chests on Evil Spirit Island. So I don't think there was anything that useful there.
So really the ending looks like it has to be in this windmill cave, or maybe this will give us a path up to Saber North to really finish up the seed.
Yeah. So remember, oh, and there it is! There it is! Key to prison!
Alright, he's making them go.
That's, actually, I'm not sure if Tinding went back. No, he did. He went back and beat Sabera 1. So he's gonna make this play. He still hasn't found the, that key to Stixie, which J-Ro has, so... We're still in the situation where... Actually, now we are in gnome mode. We know where everything is from the audience perspective. But J-Ro and Tinding each have pieces that the other doesn't, that they're going to need to find to finish this.
But I imagine both these runners have to be panicking because we're at hour 30 now, so they're going to try to make as fast of plays as they can.
Okay. So J-Ro...
Uh-oh. We forgot something.
Uh-oh. Yep, Tinding realizing... Hopefully he realizes he needs to find Dragon 1. And we know... And we know where he was because J-Ro got Dragon 1. And what J-Ro needs is the, he needs to go to, the windmill. And wait, did he get the windmill key? Where was that? Yep, okay, so that's the windmill key. So, yeah. So his path is to cash in that windmill key and do the windmill cave.
And Keldask and gone.
Yeah.
So I feel like J-Ro's probably got the more slight edge here. At least going into this, unless Tinding really makes the call and realizes he hasn't done Foglight right now.
Because... Oh wait, does he have the ivory statue in his inventory there? That's right, he's got both the bows, so potentially if he makes that play... And, okay, what are we gonna see now? GBC Cave? He doesn't have any warp boots. Oh, wait. Okay, J-Ro realizing... Let's see... Okay, this is it. Oh, okay, that's right. So, because this went to Sahara. Okay. Interesting. So he's going to take this path to the crypt. Oh, okay. This is unfortunate. I think now I've got to give the edge to J-Row because Tinding is going off on a tangent, whereas J-Row is on track here. He just needs to get that key to prison from the cave here.
Yeah, I think this is J-Row's race now. Unless, I mean, Tinding could always, he's really thinking, he could just nope out of here and say, oh, I've really got some trade-ons here real quick. But
Yeah.
it looks like he's going to go through the statues.
This is a difficult situation because, you know, the item that we're looking for could be anywhere, like pretty much literally, like, there's nothing blocking it, you know, nothing really blocking it except, you know, it's just that key to Stixie. And so, it's just a, you know, and that's the last boss. And that's how these seeds end up a lot of times, is there's one item, and it's often not a sword or anything, you know, that feels particularly special.
I think the race fatigue is hit so hard right now. Did he like soft lock himself? Oh, he jumped into it and now he can't get back down.
Oh no!
Just reset. Just reset and rewalk. Oh man. I feel like he's going higher and higher. He's like trigger skipping cave or something.
Yeah, I think you have. He needs to hit select and drop some items. No, drop items, drop. You don't need all that. Yeah.
This might be a new task thing. Get out of the Valley of Leaf before everything.
I don't think that gets you anywhere, but okay. Now where are we going?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. Now I think he just like.
I think he hasn't done. So he hasn't done the alarm flute check on the windmill guard. This could be bad because Tinding's starting to check other things.
I don't know, man. This is pretty wild so far. So, I mean, I thought we knew the winner, but maybe not yet.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like he wanted to talk to Zebu, possibly trigger the... But you don't need to trigger, you know, I guess we know that it's going to be the key to prison. He doesn't realize maybe it'd be a good idea to trigger that... Because there's teleport on the whirlpool there.
Well, that just... Now, skip on, or is that going to open up the barrier now?
I believe we never saw the answering machine. It must be in the tower.
Well, no, I meant from getting to Saber... Oh, wait, we don't need that. We're looking for Dragon. Never mind.
Contending... Oh, because J-Row... So J-Row did a hell run. He sequence broke and did a hell run to go into the swamp. And so he was able to get that stomp check. It didn't do it, you know, it was worthless, but... Meanwhile, J-Row's going through the cave here. Let's see if he realizes that he's in go mode as soon as he picks up that key.
I mean, there's not that much more of the seed left, so you gotta feel like it would trigger.
There it is. Okay, I think he knows it.
All right, now he's going.
All right.
Yeah, up the mountain.
Okay, so this is going to be a lock for J-Row now because Tinding just was unable to find. I guess he had a few other things. We thought that J-Row was kind of going around different places, but it turned out finding that ivory statue in the fog lamp cave was the play. He didn't need to finish the fog lamp cave, but going in there was completely required, and it was what got him the game here. I guess not quite yet, but in a little bit.
Yeah, there'd have to be some ugly Dragon 2 kind of shenanigans happening for that to happen.
And the statue of gold there. Hopefully he realizes that he doesn't need to follow anything up. He just needs to finish the game now. No, where are you going?
I almost feel like he's looking for like another bow. I don't know why I feel that way.
But maybe he just wanted to talk to Stomp there and make sure he. Oh, he didn't do Mado. He didn't do Sabera 1. Yeah, Tinding has done Sabera 1, but I guess J-Ro hasn't. So now he's going back there, finishing it off. That
Maybe.
okay.
To be honest, at this time of the race, I'm not even sure if either one of them have.
I thought I saw Tinding do it, but after he got Crystalis, at some point he went there. All right. Okay, I guess this is the moment of truth, and there we go. So Dragon, as we saw on Tinding's side, Dragon won't show up until you have beaten all the bosses. You have to have beaten all the bosses and have all the swords.
So we're gonna get this done probably in about a minute or two on J-Ro's side.
He's having fun with this.
He'll feel a lot better after he knows that he won the race too, so.
Yeah. So this was a particularly long race because, you know, we had two runners that got a little lost in a few points, and a particularly hard seed too. Usually these seeds are a little bit faster, especially, and usually they're a lot faster compared to some of our other tournament settings and other race settings. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, I guess J-Ro wanted to confirm it. So yeah. Tinding. I mean, he's not gonna be able to do this because he hasn't. You know, J-Ro did the voice answering machine. Tinding not realizing that he needs to do the Misha answering machine in order to do that, which isn't necessary this seed. Okay, J-Ro finished off TaskBot here.
Yep. And then
for the win.
We're gonna get his official time in here at the 1:36:22. Welcome, J-Ro. How was that seed?
Hello!
Congratulations on the win.
Big shout outs to the water sword location.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Where?
I mean, looking at the seed, I mean, y'all were very, very neck and neck across the board, so it really just came down to finding that last key, so it was a good race. It was very entertaining to watch by Axe and myself and Code Gorilla, so we really didn't know. It was kind of a battle back and forth of, okay, J-Ro's got a little bit here, and then Tinding kind of caught up, and then go off on a tangent somewhere else, and really looking for everything, so.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Okay, so how fast did Tinding find the water sword? Did he find the water sword first, or?
He found it first by quite a bit. He also found the key to prison first. What he didn't find was the ivory statue that you found in Fog Lamp Cave.
What did ivory statue, he gave you a medical herb, though. Wait, no. Ivory statue turned into...
Key to Stixie.
Key to Stixie.
Yeah.
What was in Stixie?
Pyramid. That's the only
You're
thing
right.
Tinding has left is Dragon 1.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so he looked like he had a lock on this for a while, but he's kind of he's blanking out on that one, unfortunately.
So he didn't get the hint about
He didn't get the hint. He walked right through. And we were wondering if you remembered the hint either, because if the ivory statue was the hint as a trade-in item, there shouldn't be anything else in the cave.
That's the thing, is if there was a second trade-in item in there, I kept that kept ringing in my head. It's like it can only tell you one item, and if the second item's important,
but it tells you the deepest item at that level of importance. So if there was another trade-in item, it would have told you that one instead.
well, I hate it. I didn't know that.
Who programmed this randomizer?
Steve?
Nothing back there. Yeah, I was so mad. Like, I was like, everything needs water sword. Everything needs water sword. Where is this water sword? The whole seed. Look at that. An hour 19 when I finally found it. Because I was like, I'm not touching Goa until I get Crystalis. And then eventually I'm like, well, I saw ivory statue, so I'll go get that. And so I went into there, grabbed the ivory statue, died 3 times, and I was like, screw the ivory statue, I'm diving Goa anyway. And then I was like, died tomato, I'm like, I'm going back for the ivory statue, I hate it.
So I think logically the progression had to have been, because barrier is, will be logically in, barrier will always be in logic to go through those bars, but it was a lot easier to not fight Mado 2 and just go through the barrier and get that. But barrier ended up being in Mado's area there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was painful. Like, just the money crunch on this seed was killer.
Oh yeah. And so was the item the item, like your item layout. And I'm not sure if you guys had some sort of agreement not to use medical herbs, because there was a lot of points where it could have been easier for both of you if you had just, gone and bought some medical herbs. There were times where both of you had, no armor for a long time, and you went into a cave and, died and, got a few items, like in Foglamp Cave, you went back several times, and it would have been a lot easier if you just, dropped most of your magic rings and bought some medical herbs.
It hurts to hear this, but you're right. There was no such agreement. It was just... I was thinking, like, I need the money for my warp boots. I keep running out of money for warp boots. And so, I kept hoarding money like a dragon, thinking, stay away. This is my warp boot money. And then, like, I made that point where I was like, okay, I need to go sell my extra shield so I can afford more warp boots. And then I didn't have enough money to get the warp boot to teleport to sell the shield. And it just,
no.
speed boots! Speed boots on Kensu that whole time!
I mean, you say the whole time, but you needed the Carissa plant, which didn't get found until pretty late.
That's true. I don't remember where I got it, but I did have it at the end. This seed was so wide open the whole time. I felt like I was just drowning in checks.
Oh yeah, it opened up, but I think that happens when you get flight so early. Everything opened up so fast, and it feels like you were both a little paralyzed as far as where to go.
Yeah, the early flight and the early Crystalis ability to form it was really, I think that kind of messed with your head a little bit.
So it looked like Tinding was a little confused on the requirements to do the dolphin. He went back into that cave. He didn't realize that it was necessary to find the answering machine in order to trigger Athena in there.
Did Tinding also do the reverse Evil Swamp Island or Evil Spirit Island cave?
He did. He did it later than you, but he's gone back and done that now.
Man, I was like, I have never done a reverse Evil Spirit Island before. That it blew my mind when I was like, whoa, this is what it looks like in backwards.
Yeah. So it looks like now he's going to check the items on Saber North, and we know it's not here since it's... But, you know, there are 3 items here.
Bird validated, we like that.
Not the fastest route to get here, but...
Yeah, it would have been faster to go down the slide to the first stop and then...
Yeah. Oh, there's telepathy. Okay, so the front entrance...
Telepathy and teleport were on ESI, or on Saber North, or blocked by stuff on Saber North. That's funny. Because you didn't pick it up, J-Ro, since you were in Go mode, teleport was behind that statue of gold.
Oh, if you put it on the ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I guess, you know, you would have had to, since Misha was on and you're sure you didn't put in that code, right? The Jeff Peters?
No, she just was there.
I guess
Randomizer going random.
You'll know if that thing shows up, because the only items you'll be able to buy are Fruit of Limes.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think of what other terrible plays I made. But what terrible plays did I make?
So your biggest issue was not going into the back of Goa soon enough. I think, you know, so you waited a lot longer to go in the back of Goa, and then you waited a lot longer to go in the front of Goa. Although, really, in the end, that kind of worked out for you because you found that ivory statue.
I feel like it was the change in the basement, too, of Goa. That's where I think a lot of it opened up.
Yeah, getting chained.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was pretty locked on towns until... Like, I did everything until I could do Goa. Like, I don't think there's any checks left before Goa. Shell flute.
Oh, there's the shell flute, which is...
More nothing
not going to
burger.
be in this seed.
So with your win, it looks like that you're going to keep on going and get to take on Matrick. So that will be a fun second round for you. And looks like that Tinding will make its way down to show Fugamachi on the loser brackets. So you got any words, or are you feeling ready for Matrick?
So part of me wants I don't think it's very nice to say this, but part of me wants Tinding to go up against Show and then lose to Show, so that when I lose to Matrick, I can lose to Show as well. And then that would be like the exact same refresh of the last tournament, where I fought Tinding round 1, and then I went up against, I think, Tornell round 2? I don't remember. And then I lost, and then I went up against Show and got kicked out. So that would be perfect, you know? I would get kicked out of
you on that front, though. If you lose against Matrick, do you know who your next opponent is?
I thought it was the winner of Show and Tinding. It's you.
It's me.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, if you go down to the lower bracket, losing to Matrick, you're on the opposite side of the bracket from Show and Tinding, so it would be a long time.
I should have lost to Tinding, is what you're telling me. The dream is dead.
The dream is dead. I regret to inform you.
No.
Oh no.
I don't have much hope of beating Matrick, especially with how I felt today. Like, I think the only way it would work is if Matrick just spaces a check really hard. But...
Well, it's very easy with these flag sets, so I can definitely see it happening.
Yep, just like Tinding spacing right now.
I don't know if you could tell on my camera, but I'd tab over to my laptop on the side and I'd start typing out notes of where things was in the seed. It didn't help one bit this seed. Like, every last one of the houses felt, I don't know why, but it was just completely obvious where everything was in the seed. And then the only things like I ever forgot were things I didn't write down. So maybe it was the act of writing them down that I knew like where to go, but maybe I should try like a real tracker, you know, one programmed by someone on the voice call right now or something.
No, those are pieces of junk. You don't need those. You got this.
So has Tinding already done a crypt dive too?
Yes, although I think he only got one of the 2 checks in there and forgot one of them. And so I think that's what he's going back for right now. And I very much believe that he's just completely forgotten Fog Lamp Cave exists.
Do you know if he did Fog Lamp Cave and then like died and forgot about going back to it, or?
No, I'm pretty sure he's never been in there.
Now he did try to hop over there before he got the Sword of Wind. I remember that, and
Right.
he never had the progression. But maybe that's what he's thinking, that he did do that right side, and that's just something that will haunt him, I guess, for the seed.
So if you just charge down D2 right now.
I don't think this
It's
door
just-
works. No, well, we don't know yet.
Has anyone tried this door? Is this going to break the seed?
Let's find out. I'm pretty sure this warp is removed, but not 100% sure.
Do you just like, there's no door? Kill him.
Oh no, it does work. I mean, Dragon 2 is still not there because you still haven't beaten all the bosses, but...
It's Dragon 3, the final boss.
Shortcut. Oh, so it's just a one-way gate.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Dragon, would you mind spawning, please? I feel that though. I feel that deep inside of me, that feeling of, I just don't know what I missed.
Yeah, I think we've all been there before. I know I had a practice seed recently where it's just like I wasted like half an hour because I, for some reason, forgot the first check on Saber North, and it turned out that that was an important check. It's like, okay, cool.
But do you feel like this is the first spot of the tournament that we get to name after Tinding? So he gets a spot.
Tinding earned a spot, we did it! Does it happen often after you run these seeds? Where you just look back and you're like, I don't feel good about it. You know? Like, I don't feel good about how the seed went. How often do you feel that way after a seed?
More often than I care to admit.
I mean, I will say, like, being the person not in this tournament right now, these are a very unique set of flags, and everything has really changed now that Crystalis can be used outside of the tower. and it can get overwhelming. I mean, one way of routing could lead you into a sub 50 route, and then if you miss one thing, you're adding 30 minutes if you just orphan one chest or something like that. So, I mean, routing is always going to be something that you discuss after you run one of these.
Well, we're making that progress. Or no, wait, that was.
No, this is the rest of the stuff in Sealed Cave, because unsurprisingly, Tinding. Well, I say unsurprisingly, the Tinding completely warped out as soon as he got the key to prison.
Well, I would normally love to stay here, but I've actually got to get going. My 2 hours time limit is up.
No worries.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you, GG's, and thanks for joining the tournament.
Yeah.
GG's, everyone. It was a
Look
lot of
forward
fun.
to the next rushes.
Good luck, Tinding. You got this.
But I would say overall, these new flag sets have definitely added a new spice into the tournament, and I'm all for it so far.
Yeah, that WH flag is pretty cool.
Oh, we're getting closer. We found Akahana. Maybe he's onto something here now. He realized that this may be what we're looking for. But we still need to get the last statue. But yeah, just seeing like how we've been changing the flag sets up from tournament to tournament. I mean, it just makes you think like, what's going to be the next idea for the next year's tournament or something like that. I mean, are we going to have maybe different buffed item now, or there'll be something else that we can kind of spice up, some new linear paths now that we've got Crystalis outside the tower? Are we going to throw that into the itemization pool and
Co-op
break for the
tournament
same?
win.
Yeah, we could do that too. I mean, I hate to be the commenter on that, so that's always interesting to watch. But hopefully maybe we can get a co-op tournament going, at least maybe an internal one or something like that. That's always fun too.
Or maybe a charity tournament with the crowd control version, both of which, of course, were made by you, Arch.
Yes, I do need to go back and fix crowd control because I don't think it's quite working yet. So I definitely need to spend some time on that if we ever want to have a crowd control tournament. But we also have Archipelago. We could also do some co-op there too.
Maybe have reach out to one of the other randomizer communities and do like an Archipelago, Crystalis, and Zelda 2 thing or something.
Ooh.
Okay, Tinding finally on the right track here. Picked up that ivory statue. And I think understandably does not know that the rest of Foglamp is junk and that ivory statue is actually the important thing here. And so he's going to go check the rest of the items.
And I believe he actually just walked past the
hint,
stone
yeah.
people and didn't get the hint at all. But yeah, even if you got the hint, it can also often be a little cryptic. of course, having Crystalis and being on level 14 is going to make this cave go a lot faster.
Yep. As long as Tinding doesn't get randomly sniped by some enemies. I definitely recognize Tinding's movement as the I'm tilted about how this seed has turned out, and so I'm just going as aggressively as I can. I don't care if I walk into anything, basically. And the thing is, when you do that, sometimes you die from it. Which adds to the tilt, which means you do it more. It's a vicious cycle. But it looks like he's made it through. And there we go.
All right. Now he's on track here.
So I think the only things that we didn't really see yet on the seed was refresh, which is probably maybe on the key to prison check after the Kelby fight. And what else did we not get? Telepathy, maybe?
No, I think we saw that, though. I think we saw the key to prison check. It was...
Yeah, that was where the Statue of Gold was.
Yeah.
We haven't seen
maybe...
Hazmat and like the Oak Mom and Oak Elder checks as a result.
That's right.
Or Insect.
And we also didn't see of course, the alarm flute, or not the dolphin and Asina.
Yeah. And in particular, and like the underground channel too. All the stuff that's locked behind tower. And I suspect like Hazmat is in one of those 3 checks. Which is why we never saw it.
So just going back to check the chat on the Speedgaming. So look like we got a little bit of co-op hype here. So I know look like what is Nope was asking about how a co-op tournament would work. I mean, I don't think we've ever had the discussion of how that would work. Whether it would be just like a round robin of multiple teams, like where you kind of cycle through based on seeding or something like that. But we could definitely have those conversations in the Discord. So if anyone's ever interested in that, we have a very active community here. And as always, we thank Speedgaming for hosting this tournament and everything that they do, so we can have some of this fun with the community too.
Yeah, you know, I know Matrick keeps talking about having this Pro-Am tournament, some sort of I forget what he calls it, but yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, he's been talking about like a mentorship tournament for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Upstart tournament is what it has been coined as.
That's right.
So very similar to what the Zelda 2 community was kind of doing for the kind of the rookies run, trying to get some mentorship into the game itself. It does take a 1 cycle.
There's a max scaling in the tower flag where all of so not Dragon 2, but all of the robots in the tower and Dyna will be at this max level scaling, and it's off, which means that you can get a much easier fight through the tower. But since Tinding has checked everything and has pretty much close to max scaling, you know, all these robots and everything are at the max power.
Looks like he's finding the sweet spot here, so it should be over here in a little bit.
All right. GG's for Tinding. It looks like he's figuring out how to hit done on his race time timer here.
GG's. First things first, though, you need to hit done in race time.
Oh, do I?
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
And so Tinding has finished with an official time of 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 29 seconds. Congratulations on getting through that, Sue. That was a rough one. A lot of stuff going on there.
I actually thought it was fine up until I killed whoever was on top of prison. And I was like, I'm done! And I wasn't, and I had to look at the cheat sheet to figure out what the heck I missed.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty interesting race for us to watch. You actually had the lead for a fair amount of it, especially once you actually were the first to find the Sword of Water and ultimately get Crystalis kind of made, but then just had that one little trip up trying to get to Dragon to finally get to your go mode. So, and it was just kind of isolated out there in the cave that was open pretty much from the start once we found that Sword of Water. So, or excuse me, Sword of Wind. So
Yeah,
it could have happened to anyone.
J-Ro checked pretty much everything before finally going into the front of Goa. And it seemed like that set him behind, but it turned out to be a blessing because he had found the ivory statue and made that trade in and, hunted down Dragon 1 first.
Yeah, it was, I mean, all minus the Kia Sticks church, that I was doing at the end there. I was actually enjoying it.
Well, that's what we strive for here at the tournament. So just making sure you're having fun. Just don't get overwhelmed, and that's just having fun. And some seeds will be harder than others, and sometimes you might hit that magic home run and stumble onto the item that turns you into go mode. So that's what we do this tournament for, and it's just a lot of fun to see how people route and deal with the struggles and pushing through it and making sure that you can get to the next seeds.
I hate to cut things short here, but we are running a little over on time, so let's. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Just want to note for future programming, Tinding, your next round opponent is going to be Sho Fukumachi. And as we mentioned earlier, jroweboy goes on to face Matrick in round 2. The other thing I want to note is we do still have 2 more matches coming up this week. On Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Tornell versus Mashima. And then on Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern, we have Axe versus Zero. Looking forward to both of those. Should be a good time. Thank you as always to Speedgaming for hosting. And with that, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.